Capital Invest, DMV Investment Opportunities. I'm Reggie Riley.
Yeah. It's Marcus Thomas.
And we in the building this weekend. Every Saturday at noon, you can catch us here at 1450 AM, 95.9 FM, or stream live at WOLDCnews.com. As always, let's get some of this housekeeping out the way.
Saturdays.
Sweet Saturday.
Sweet Saturday.
Text invest here to 38470. One word.
You have to be very descriptive because Alex got on me yesterday.
Got you.
Because we weren't descriptive enough. Invest here. INVESTHERE. No space.
No space. No dot. No dash.
There you go.
Invest here. It's a word we made up. Invest here to 38470. Check us out, CapitalInvestLLC.com. Capital is CAPITAL. CapitalInvestLLC.com for more information on our company. Check out our YouTube channel, Capital Invest. Meetup.com. Search for Capital Invest.
Instagram,
what's that? I don't know this.
You don't know what Instagram is? That's when you
my social media is on zero.
That's when you instantly gram.
That sounds like
that's when you gram real
term.
fast. Hey, well, I guess I must be a millennial. You gram real fast.
No, don't claim
instantly gram.
I had a long conversation this week about millennials and their priorities.
Prioritization is not a problem for me. And don't forget about the workshop.
Glued to their phone. Millennials are just glued to their phone. Like I take my phone into the bathroom and stuff like that, but
because we got to see what Stephen A. is talking about.
But I just don't sit on FaceTime with my friends while I'm like at work.
No, we got to listen to old backyard music.
Got to listen to backyard.
Don't forget about the workshop, dog. The workshop. Plug the workshop.
The workshop. DMVFreeWorkshop.com. If you heard anything I've said in the last couple of minutes, DMVFreeWorkshop.com. We're going to expand on that more in this session, more in this program. And as always, on the meetup, we got the meetup the fourth Thursday of every month. This month or next month. Today's the 31st. Next month in September, it's on the 26th. That's the 26th at 7 p.m. Get there like 6:30. Get a free drink ticket at the Hilton Garden Inn in Greenbelt. We would love to see you there in Greenbelt, right by the Fridays and the Cadillac dealership.
All right.
So we in the first segment. First segment is brought to you by DMV Insurance Agency, located in Lanham, Maryland, right on Annapolis Road. Elmer Carey, Kenny, Helen, rest of the team. Give them a call for your auto, home, business, life insurance needs. Our program is tailored towards real estate investing, starting a real estate investment business, being successful in real estate right here in the DMV. So when it comes to the business of real estate, DMV Insurance Agency can insure your actual business from liabilities. And when it comes to doing a deal, they can insure a vacant house, rental property, multi-family.
Like multifamily, Mike.
Multi-family, Mike.
Not just about cap rate.
Fix and flip renovation and new construction. Check them out. DMVInsuranceAgency.com, DMVInsuranceAgency.com. We'll give them a call at 301-841-6264. Do you know the mission statement?
I probably don't, because you change things every day.
I do tweak it.
I saw you typing something out yesterday, and I didn't know what you were doing, so please.
It hadn't changed.
Please recite the tweak.
All right. So the mission of Capital Invest is to help real estate investors become successful right here in the DMV in real estate. We do that through practical education, through networking opportunities, and through mentorship and services that we provide throughout a deal life cycle. We live here, we invest here.
Yes, sir.
We invest here because we live here. Whatever way you wanna say it.
It's so crazy. The other day, so I'm working on some of our marketing, and I often when I'm doing something, I shoot it to one of my aunts, my Aunt Rita. And I sent some marketing out to her, and she was like, you need to switch it. And it's so crazy, when I sent it to you, you said the same thing. So y'all want one accord on that, so we're working on that.
Cool. So this radio program, again on 1450 AM, Capital Invest DMV Investment Opportunities, is one of our ways that we showcase everything that we do. The meetup, the free workshop, just get plugged in. So again, text invest here to 38470 to get plugged in. Started this last week or the week before. I wanted to give a real estate shout out to Germa and Charles. I guess that'd be William White, not Charles White.
Is that Charles' first name?
I think it is William.
You sure it's not Andre 3000? DC version?
The dentist, Andre 3000, thedentist.com.
There you go. He should have his thing should say Dr. 3000.
Dr. 3000.
That would be so tight.
With like a house, somebody smiling with pearly whites.
Yeah, that'd be tight.
Yeah.
We need to hook that up for him.
They closed on there first on the resale side, fix and flip property in Brooklyn neighborhood of DC. So congratulations to them. Settlement was yesterday. Sold a home to a very nice couple. I actually had the pleasure of being at settlement with them yesterday. So just wanted to give Germa and Charles William White or William Charles White the shout out and wish them success in their next deal also.
Dr. 3000.
Dr. 3000. Wanted to just recap the week. Last week during the show, we recapped the meetup. So our week, just to give people like an insight into what we go through on a weekly basis, different deals that we're doing on a weekly basis. So if you could, I know we've already given you like 3 websites already, but if you could go to DD, this D is in dog, D is in dog, ID, DDID or DDID.alexcooper.com. AlexCooper.com. Alex Cooper is a auction house operating out of Baltimore. They do have an office in DC. They do a lot of auction. They auction off property and auction off business property throughout the area. They have an event going on right now where they're auctioning off a lot of property. So if you're interested in getting into development, that is one resource for you. It's a lot of property on there from a bunch of developers that we know. So take a look at that. It's ddid.alexcooper.com. So we've been helping them like set that up, work on their verbiage for different things, help them assess value of something being permanent versus not permanent, and what have you. Shout out to Mike at Protected Construction for going through, making sure they're all the houses are accessible and safe to walk through. I really appreciate him for that. So that was one thing this week. Charles' settlement was number 1. Helping with this auction was number 2. Purchased a rental in Prince George's County, right at the intersection, I would say, of Central Avenue and 193. That should prove to be pretty good. Work on that passive income. Had a wholesale deal in Mount Pleasant, DC.
Can never go wrong there.
Can never go wrong there. Mount Pleasant. It was actually a detached house. What was crazy about that deal, man, is we could not find a lot of comps for detached.
Wait a second. I think I missed something. So we just bought a buy and hold this week.
We bought a buy and hold. I did it. I ain't tell you.
Okay, so what is that?
Earlier today.
But we flip house.
We invest in real estate.
Okay. We'll get to that later.
All right.
Okay.
But as long as it sells one day in the future, you still flip it.
I mean, really, I may not care.
A buy and hold is just a long-term flip, right?
It may not ever sell.
It may not.
We keep Kelly gainfully employed.
I mean, hey. So as long as the passive income keeps coming through and you ain't gotta do nothing for it.
I mean, I like the tax shelter, so I'm cool.
Okay.
All right.
So that happened this week. 342. I probably shouldn't give the address.
No, don't do that.
The Mount Pleasant house. That was a good wholesale deal, and we can touch on that. It's crazy how that deal came about, and we'll go into more history about that deal because it feeds from another deal that we're featuring in our case study later on in the show. But that was a wholesale deal. We networked with another wholesaler in DC. The seller of the house, man, he's a good dude, and he wanted to. The house is humongous. I mean, you're talking 3,000 square feet above ground.
Wow.
And he wanted to just downsize. It's just him and his dogs, and he was buying a single family in cash with his proceeds in Capitol Heights. So it was good to see that one like come to fruition. Everybody involved, man, I cannot stress enough like how important communication is, like through a deal, and all the agents being on one accord, just working for a win-win. Like, it's crazy when you get some agents that are just like, well, my client needs this and my client needs that, and it's just...
You know, we tell them, well, let your client go get it.
I don't understand why more people don't work towards like win-win situations when it comes to different deals and just talking to people just normally. I mean, I guess there's a time and place to cut somebody out, but...
And well, right now is the time.
Right now is the time. All right, so text invest here. That's one word to 38470. Check out dmvfreeworkshop.com or give us a call. If you're old school, want to dial that phone, 301-795-4272. It's Capital Vest, DMV Investment Opportunities. I'm Reggie Rowley. This is
Marcus Thomas.
Marcus Thomas, and we'll be right back. Welcome back. Reggie Rowley, Marcus Thomas, Capital Invest, DMV Investment Opportunities. Check us out right here every Saturday at noon, 95.9 FM, 1450 AM. Stream live at WOLDCnews.com. Text invest here to 38470. CapitalInvestLLC.com. YouTube channel. Meetup.com. Search for Capital Invest. We everywhere, man.
Everywhere.
This list is getting longer and longer every week.
Hey, dog, our internet presence is almost like our presence in the DC area. We everywhere. Everywhere. Look for them signs, though.
Look for those.
No, we took them down.
We took them down.
We took the signs down.
Signs.
Yeah, we took the signs down.
But most importantly, DMVFreeWorkshop.com. DMVFreeWorkshop.com. We're going to get to that a little bit during this segment. And don't forget to meet up, fourth Thursday of every month, Hilton Garden Inn, September 26th, next month. All right, so this second segment is brought to you by Smart Management, LLC, full service property management in DC and Maryland. If you're a landlord, tired of dealing with repairs, tired of dealing with tenants, give them a call at 301-887-3430 or check them out at www.smartmgmt, like for management, smartmgmtllc.com for a free consultation. Again, that's 301-887-3430 or smartmgmtllc.com. Last week, during this segment, I think we talked about success. I had a monetary goal that kind of defined success in a passive way. That was my short term. My long term was just taking that and multiplying it by $500,000 a month, passive income. Basically enabled me to do, that will enable me to do everything for my family that I want to do, for my friends that I want to do, establish a legacy, enable me to give back. Giving back for me looks like educating the youth on finances.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And providing housing for the homeless.
Oh, that's awesome.
When I lived on Montana, just driving in and out the city, I mean, it's just a bunch.
Yep.
Especially out there, like McDonald's right there by the Checkers at Bladensburg and New York Avenue.
Yeah.
Just hanging out back there, and I'm just like, man, there has to be a better way. So, recap for the people what your position on success was last week, and you didn't get an opportunity to talk about long term.
Right. So my position is we've already hit it from a standpoint of opportunity, and really more so I think because we're willing to take risks. So because we're willing to take risks to provide ourselves with an opportunity to do things, we've already hit a certain level of success. We've taken the risk to go to college, whether people believe it's not a risk, it is. I mean, you spend 4+ years of your life to get a piece of paper and hope that it's going to give you some dividend. I mean, you don't know. That was the first step for us, and then to go get a job and then say, okay, well, this job isn't going to do what I want to do to provide me with the lifestyle that I want. So now let me become an entrepreneur, and then to jump out there and in our fashion to jump out there in 8 million different ways, from record stores to record labels to loan officers to mortgage companies to construction companies to renovation companies to lending money. I mean, dog, we've done it all. Mm-hmm. And it's who I mean, anybody can do it. Anybody can do it, but who actually does it?
Right.
So, I mean, what other level of success do you need to hit? You can do whatever you want to do. We often talk about that joke, man. We're going to start a janitorial services company. I bet you we make $1 million in the first year. Mm-hmm. It might take us to the 12th month to hit the $1 million.
12th month, 29 day.
We'll do it though.
Yeah.
Because we're going to figure out a way, okay, here's where the bag is. That might be the day we sign that check. Or that day might be the day we sign that contract. Right there, mm-hmm. Values there. So I think we've hit the level of success. However, I do agree with you. We need to circle that back and kind of monetize it a little better with our time. And that's what we haven't been able to do because it's been a constant grind for so long. So now we need to scale back and provide ourselves with a little more time.
So what does then long-term success look like for you?
Like you said, kicking back and doing nothing and reaping from the residuals, empowering others to be able to do what we do and help them minimize their risks because they don't need to learn the hard knock way like we did.
Mm-hmm.
So let me cut through this red tape for you. Come learn from me. Come learn from my mistakes. Let me show you this way so you don't have to pay this cost. You pay a much smaller cost. Let me introduce you to this shortcut to success because I've already taken the bumps for you. I have all the bumps and bruises. Come talk to me and I can show you the way. And then we grow together. And for us, we don't need to eat off of one person. We can do that for the masses. So if we teach 10, 20, 50, 100, thousands of people, we can do it residually, and everybody will feel like they were treated well.
Right. So I mentioned this last week to you guys out there listening and streaming us. You know, if you're with us and you think real estate is the vehicle, creating a real estate investing business is the vehicle to get you to whatever you define success as, you can't get that from a guru. We started to talk about that last week too, but you didn't get a chance to finish
Right.
at the end because Steve put up the one finger saying we only had 1 minute.
I know, man. You know
what I mean?
I don't know what we're gonna do about Steve.
We're gonna have to grease his palm or something. Give us
I
like
know we gotta
15
take care
extra
of Steve, man.
So we started to talk about how that success relates to people feel like they see somebody else do like X and then they just think, you know, hey, that's what I want to do. Or somebody says, hey, you are successful when ABC has happened. And usually that person has no idea about your market, about your circumstances,
Right.
about what you have been through. And what we are basically sharing with everybody is that us as a collective, those who attend our meetup, Beach of Tierra here in the studio with us, it's a collective us that can help you achieve whatever level of success you are trying to get.
Right.
Right?
Yep.
So don't go at it alone. It's not that only we've taken the bruises and the bumps. We as a collective have been through anything you're trying to do, somebody in that room or part of our network has been through it.
Yep.
And can give you some guidance. And case in point, when we first were talking about doing this show, Mark, right in the meetup, was like, man, I used to own a radio station. I used to be on the radio.
Yep, Mark O'Brien.
Yep. So I was like, man, give me some pointers, and he gave me a lot of good ideas, and it was just crazy. Like I never would have thought. You just never know.
You never know.
The background of.
Yep.
And that again speaks to the importance of, like you said last week, who you learn.
Yep.
Like I should have known that about Mark already.
Yeah. As much as we talked to him.
That's right. Yep.
So let me expand on that. So I think that in doing that, people don't spend enough time trying to build a foundation to grow from. So, in knowing that your gurus are right in front of you. So if you look at, let's look at, and I use the relationship that you and I have as an example often. So you came to me and said, hey, look, this is what we're going to go to school and do this. We got out of school, you said this is going to be the next move. So what I didn't realize is I need to actually help in the growth. So I said, okay, this is what you said we're going to do. How can I help? So let me go figure out a way to grow us. So then I went and figured out this flipping thing and brought it back to you. Mm-hmm. And then you said, oh, wow, okay, then let's take it to the next level. So we don't always need to seek abundance outside of us.
Right.
Like it's right here. It's right within the confines of this DMV. We don't need to, and don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that there aren't people out there that don't know different than we do. It's not that they don't know more than we do.
Right. So that leads me full circle to our free workshop.
Let's do it.
Right. The free workshop, I invested because we live here. Workshops are taking place all over the DMV the week of September 16th. Multiple locations, multiple times, hopefully to fit your schedule. And I just wanted to spend some time in this segment and the next segment kind of giving the people a glimpse of what they can expect from attending one of our workshops.
Okay.
We have locations all over the Beltway. Definitely go to dmvfreeworkshop.com. That's dmvfreeworkshop.com to get plugged in there. So if somebody came up to you on the street and was like, "Man, I'm coming to your workshop. What's it going to be about?" What would you tell them?
Number one is an introduction to.
No, keep on.
It's an introduction to your opportunity to invest in you in this area. Everybody's not going to flip a house. Everybody's not going to rent a house. But everybody can take part in the process of executing both of those things in one way, shape, or form, which can make everybody an investor in themselves. Like, that is our goal. How do you invest in you? How do you invest in your community? And that is what we show. So they may say, well, that's very broad. Well, let me give you a more detailed point. Well, let's talk about, I'll even ask somebody, well, give me an example of when you saw a house being built in your neighborhood. And I'll pull that out of them, and I will share with them how that actually happened. From the time that somebody purchased a lot, from the time somebody purchased a home, how it got demoed and rebuilt, et cetera, and how the different parties played part in that property being finished and sold, and how they can insert themselves in there. And otherwise, if we never had that conversation, they wouldn't be able to do that. But they can do it,
right,
regardless of their level of wealth, regardless of their level of education. We can all do it because we've done it.
Right.
So you can do it too.
All right, we're going to take a break right here. Text invest here to 38470, dmvfreeworkshop.com, 301-795-4272. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Reggie Riley, Marcus Thomas, Capital Invest, DMV Investment Opportunities. Text invest here to 38470, 38470, capitalinvestllc.com, dmvfreeworkshop.com. And that's kind of where we left it. Before we hop into that, gotta do the where that's from.
Come on, man.
All right, do the where that's from.
You ain't ready for this one this week, Joe.
Nope. So we're gonna lead it off with your clip first this week. If you know the answer, text that to 38470. That's 38470. See if Steve will give me the thumbs up. All right, let's go.
Now that's a story. This is something else. So that's a Kansas City shot? No. It's just an inciting incident. Catalyst. This is a Kansas City shot. They look right. And you
Look right and go left.
You gotta look right and go left for that Kansas City Shuffle, Joe. Hold on, let's see. Steve, you know what that is? What?
All right, let's go ahead and roll mine.
With a common denominator.
Oh.
CEO. The money comes in, trade comes to town. Going down Broadway is a one-way street, whichever way I go.
It's a one-way street, whichever way I go.
Whichever way I go. That's the
So-
only way everybody else going, baby.
Those two movies probably off the beaten path a little bit. Definitely text your answer to 38470. Giving away those free gas cards. 38470.
You know, that last one could have been starring you and Rashad.
They could have been.
Definitely.
We're gonna film that scene.
No,
Upload
that
it
would
to
be
the
tight.
YouTube.
That'd be tight.
All right, so we back on the free workshop that we have in the week of September 16th. Multiple days, multiple times, multiple locations, Monday through Friday that week. So I got your 30,000 foot overview
All right.
of the workshop.
Okay.
Tell it to me like 15 years old, or I'm graduating high school. Man, what can I expect out of your workshop?
So it's funny. I'm checking my phone. I just got a text from Matt Cooper.
Oh, okay.
Right?
You listening?
You listening?
Oh, okay, good.
So the relationship that you built with the Coopers is exactly how it will benefit a teenager. Coming to the workshop is all about relationships. The success in this business is all about relationships. Without those relationships, where will we be? So the benefit of dealing with us is we know when to say when. I think that has really propelled our success. We know when the time is right to take action. We know when the time is right to joint venture. We know when the time is right to become a strategic partner. We know when we see the market or people in around us struggling, we know when to teach. Mm-hmm. Now, you'll hear people say, well, those that can't do, teach. Well, we can do both.
Yeah, but nah.
Yeah, but nah. We can do both. So we're teaching people to come in and evaluate their resources and their opportunities around them and learn how to invest in themselves and how to either A, borrow or lend money to provide themselves with an opportunity to either purchase or sell a home for some sort of gain. It may not be financial gain. It may be for some sort of wealth, internal wealth or self-wealth for the future. It may be for your family. It may be for your person. It may be for your coworker. It may be for your associates. That's all we're doing. And then you repeat that with the masses. And then you build a relationship where who would ever thought with the Coopers? I mean, who would ever thought that from us attending their auctions, I don't know,
10 years ago?
Probably longer than that.
Yeah, probably longer
15 years ago. Mm-hmm. That now we having 2-3 hour conference calls with them like it's nothing.
Right.
So I think that's what I would say. I would say, we're going to show you A to Z. I mean, I can only get through so much in 2 hours, but A to Z, a deep dive in this opportunity. I'm going to show you how that house over there, it's been abandoned and vacant for X amount of years. Well, how do I find the owner? Well, I'm going to show you how you find target leads to find the owners of houses like that. I'm going to show you how to find the money to renovate that house. I'm going to show you how to empower and provide wealth to other people who may not want to take the same risk as you, but are willing to take a financial risk. But they don't have the time that you have. So basically, that's really what we're doing. We're maximizing our time. That's what we're doing. We're showing everybody how to maximize their time to build financial wealth.
Through real estate investing.
Through real estate investing.
And related opportunities.
Yes, sir.
Right. So, case in point, we don't have a guest today, so I'm gonna relate like the case study to everything that you just said.
All right.
There's a property in Brooklyn. It was actually part of something that happened this week. We sold it this week. We bought it back it's an in-unit row house. We bought it back right by Brooklyn's Finest. Anybody that's familiar with that restaurant, they got great food over in Brooklyn, part of DC and Northeast. We bought that house and it was an in-unit but because of the zoning that we've learned, was able to be converted to 5, probably 6, and a slight possibility of being 7 units.
Wow.
Condominium units. We purchased it, started going through the process of the different surveys, cleaning it out, keeping it off of the DC vacant list, and going through the different processes with the architect to get the plans done.
All right.
That kind of dragged on. Sometimes you got to pivot, and you should have multiple exit strategies.
Yes, sir.
We network with developers all the time, so we decided to sell it.
Yep.
Because the market is going in such a way that those smaller units that are in the first-time home buyer price range are very desirable, I think. So it gives you a stronger ARV. Right? And so, or more sustainable ARV, through a different market cycle. So anyway, we sell it to a developer, recoup all our money. We borrowed money from our main lender. We got private lending from 4 private lenders on that. Didn't have to come out of pocket with a dime. Already paid back one because they went through some things and had to help them out. The other 3 just got paid back with the sale of the property,
Right.
plus all of their interest. So those are the people you were speaking to where help somebody else get a financial gain. They may
Yep.
not have the time to
That's right.
develop a property,
Nor are they willing to take that risk.
nor are they willing to take the risk.
They just want a savings account to grow faster.
Right.
Yep.
So, but it's crazy how that property came about. And because when I was talking to you about this in the office, you were like, man, let's take it a step back. I actually got that property from a developer in the city who got it from a real estate agent,
Yep.
who the agent knew the seller. But then you took it even further back. Like, how did I even meet that wholesaler
Yep.
to begin with years ago? And he and I are good friends now.
Yep.
So go ahead, I'll let you chime in on that part.
So, and again, this is all about opportunity. So again, if I'm speaking to that 15-year-old, really doesn't matter how old you are, male, female, in between. I'm speaking to somebody. I'm gonna say, let's look at how this deal got to its yielding point. We developed a property.
No, keep going.
We developed a property, Forestville, Maryland, bought it, renovated, sold it. The agent, there was the buyer's agent, actually sat down, had lunch with us, and said, hey, I know a wholesaler that's got good deals. Introduced me to the wholesaler. I then had you meet me and the wholesaler at another property that we ended up purchasing. Then over time, you developed a friendship with that wholesaler that he introduced you to, I don't know, at this point, maybe 2 or 3 dozen deals that we've purchased from him ever since.
Mm-hmm. And he's helped me dispose of deals also.
Much
I mean,
like
it's
this.
crazy. It's like, that's his niche. His niche is wholesaling property. So when I get a deal under contract, and I don't have time to reach out to buyers and meet people at the house all the time. I mean, we're trying to leverage our time also. It's better to break bread with him, strengthen that relationship with him. He finds the buyer. We all make money.
Yes, sir.
Right? Win-wins all around. So with that, Capital Invest, DMV Investment Opportunities. Reggie Riley, Marcus Thomas. We'll be back in a minute. Welcome back. Capital Invest, DMV Investment Opportunities. I'm Reggie Riley with Marcus Thomas. Catch us here at noon every Saturday. WOL 1450, 95.9 on the FM. We'll stream live at WOLDCnews.com. I'm going to skip all the other ones for now. Text Invest here to 38470. Check out DMVFreeWorkshop.com. DMVFreeWorkshop.com. It all starts there to embark on this journey with us. Right?
Embarkation.
Embarkation. So, wanted to welcome back Tiara Taylor.
Woo woo.
Got a little surprise for you.
Do you?
Yeah. My idea from last week.
Okay. I'm excited.
I know. I'm excited too. Having a little.
We have a technical difficulty.
A little bit. While we waiting on that,
Okay.
refresh my memory. How many projects are you working on right now?
1, 2, 3-ish.
Three-ish?
3-ish projects right now.
Ish.
One of them is about to come to market. Whoop, 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 whoop. It is finished. It is completely finished.
Okay.
So I'll be having my grand opening house next weekend. It's gonna be like a party.
And how can a listener get plugged in? Where should they see this at? Will it be on your website?
It will be on my website, www.tailortoyouhomes.com.
That's the number 2, the letter U.
Yes, number 2,
Tailor to You
letter
Homes.
U. Good job, Reggie.
All right.
And then follow me on social media at Tiara Taylor.
That's on Instagram and everything.
Yeah, on Instagram is Tiara_Taylor to you.
All right.
You ready for my surprise? Because I'm ready.
Yeah.
I hope it's what I wanted.
I think it might be.
Is it?
No.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be money. Guess not.
No.
I'm just playing.
No,
I'm
that's
just
all right.
Okay.
All right.
So
What's the money? What's the
Tailor to You tip of the week?
Yes.
Okay, so
There
first,
you
this is the Demolition Diva with my Tailor to You tip of the week. And before I give you my new tip, you know I have to go back to my tip from last week. And so my tip from last week was be an asset to your coach or mentor. And so this week, we're going to build upon that. And the tip of the week is leverage your resources.
Okay.
In other words, use what you got to get what you want.
Ronnie Players Club.
Come on down.
So many people come up to me, they ask me, how can they start real estate investing when they don't have any money? Mm-hmm. And so I'm like, okay, well, let's try to leverage some resources that you do have. So we talk about their 401k, their retirements. We talk about having equity in their houses, as well as family and friends that they have access to capital. Then you may say, well, I don't have any money, but then I'm going to ask you, do you have any special skills? Like, are you a photographer? Can you allow me to pay you, or we can barter for the photography so that I can teach you more about real estate investing, but then you can take pictures of my property before, during, and after.
Are you speaking to Abisa Day right now?
I'm talking to Abisa Day.
I feel like that.
Abisa, come take some pictures of my property and let's barter. But the other point is like, some people are like, oh, well, I don't have a special skill that would help you with real estate investing, but maybe you're really good on social media. So maybe you can help me with my marketing and branding of my company, and then that's how we can barter. And I can teach you some more about real estate, and then you can help me by helping me build my brand.
Gotcha.
If you don't have that skill, then maybe you have time. So maybe after work every day, you can help me with the bandit signs. You can help me make some phone calls, or not just me, but in general. You can help whoever make phone calls, bandit signs, drive for dollars, which is looking for vacant properties, and you're able to identify them for me or for us. But everyone has a network. And so you need to use your family or friends that maybe have houses that they no longer want, and you can bring us a deal. And then that way that we can help you, joint venture with you to help you get into this real estate industry. So I think the most important thing this week is to sit down and assess, what do you bring to the table? Okay. What do you have that will help you get to the next level of where you want to be?
So basically, if I got hard work, you can work with me.
If you got hard work and you got some passion, I can work with you.
All right.
Because see, if you have hard work and passion, you're going to make it happen. It's going to be no excuses. You're going to do whatever you have to do to make it happen. So leverage what you have to get what you want. That's my Taylor to You tip of the week. And ding, 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 ding. I still got time left over. Whoop, whoop.
All right, thank you so much. You know this third segment is all about the tips. I know you got mine queued up for me, Steve. Let's hit it. Protected Construction. Shout out to Mike as always for putting me on to one of the joys of my life. Train horn in my vehicle. There we go. It's your train horn money tip of the week, sponsored by Protected Construction, specializing in full renovations in the DMV. Check them out at protectedconstruction.com. Give them a call at 301-799-7775 for all of your construction needs. Last week we talked about 401k and getting all that matching, how I thought that was one of the best investments you could make. But it had a caveat to it. The key is that you got to be employed. You got to be you got to be W-2 somewhere.
Yep.
Right? Not self-employed. Got to get W-2 income in order to invest in a 401k. And there's nothing wrong with that. You have a job, you're saving money away. That's great.
But hold on. But you can teach them how to set that up for themselves.
For themselves, yeah.
If they come to this workshop.
That is correct.
Okay, but go ahead.
All right. So, what's the best investment you can make when you're not on the clock or not making money through a W-2? And piggybacking on the free workshop, that's definitely investing in yourself. All right. Take that time before work, during your lunch break, after work, what have you, weekends. Best investment you can make is investing in yourself, whether it's education, whether it's motivation, whether it's reading a book about something going on in the market, picking up the newspaper, seeing what's going on, current events where you live. It's all about investing in your knowledge, and yeah, that's that. Invest in yourself. That's what I got for that part. So we're gonna go to the third tip. More than a tip. I don't mean to do your segment. I want to do it justice, right?
It's okay.
So now the tip. So we're gonna do the Marcus moment.
Okay.
The man, the myth, the legend himself, as always.
Appreciate you.
What you got this week?
So to expand on that, as well as what I talked about earlier about us all being each other's gurus, right now, the invest in yourself aspect, what we need to do, and last week I talked about teaching. I talked about education. And now it's all about how do we get it? Where do we know? Like when we talked about the gentrification, we talked about innocent ignorance.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now it's time for us to not be ignorant. Now it's time for us all to take action. People say they don't know where to go. So now we're offering a platform for you to go to. DMVfreeworkshop.com. 2 hours out of your day. Come talk to us. Come ask some questions. Raise your hand. Come participate. Reggie says invest in yourself. Take a lunch break. instead of going to the, what they call them, the food trucks.
Food trucks, food court.
Yeah, going to the food court, going shopping at your lunch break, or after work going out to dinner with the family. You know, go ahead and heat up them TV dinners, them budget gourmets, them hot pockets.
The Mary calendars.
Come on, them
Marie
calendars. Come on out and let's learn something together, because we have opportunities here. We live here, we invest here, so should you. There are things that are happening in this city that we can all be a part of at all times, but we're choosing not to. We are selling out. But yet we can still gentrify and be a part of it in a positive manner. So let's do it. I'm doing it. Reggie's definitely doing it. Reggie is a gentrifier. Don't forget that. I think you heard it from Tierra here. Had it not been for the gurus, and see, this is why we don't knock them. I'm just telling you that you have gurus right here in front of you in different aspects. I'm not tooting my horn. Reggie is hitting his train horn, but I'm not here to toot my horn. Like Tierra tell you, had it not been for the gurus, we would have never met Tierra. We would have never met Walter. We would have never met a lot of people that we've met in this industry. However, we can expand on that at home, where we live, where we invest. So now is the time to do it. DMVfreeworkshop.com is the place to go. Register. We got a free gift for you guys. Reggie and I put together this stellar book that is amazing. You come register, you can get a copy of the book. Whoever thought we would have wrote a book.
I know, right?
That's crazy. I don't even know how we found time to write a book.
I'm actually gonna write another one. I already got the idea in my head.
Oh wow!
I got to tweak stuff.
I need to make sure I edit that.
It's a book on parenting.
And you know what? What's so crazy? You will probably be very successful at that.
I know. I don't live in that parent bubble, man.
Yeah, my man, Uncle Reg.
Yep.
So it's one of those things where it's time for us to help each other and learn from one another. DMVfreeworkshop.com. Come check it out. Register there. Hope to see you in a couple weeks.
Yep. Stay tuned. We'll be back here next week. Next week we are talking about starting your real estate business, and that all starts with lead generation.
Let's do it.
Got to do deals, start the business. I'm Reggie Riley, Marcus Thomas, Capital Invest, DMV Investment Opportunities. See you guys next week.